Hey guys, we are Ariel, Tori, and Austin, and welcome to This Is How We Mom, a real unfiltered podcast from three mom friends navigating motherhood, marriage, and life in our 30s. No fluff, no curated answers, just honest conversations and genuine reactions. Each episode, one of us brings a surprise topic to the pod, and the other two have no idea what's coming. We share our perspectives, our chaos, and our meltdown of the month, because with 6 kids under 4, there's always something wild to laugh or cry about. Expect candid mom talk, relatable stories, toddler drama, and plenty of humor. This is our outlet for surviving motherhood, and we'd love for you to join in on the ride.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morning
we've
podcast?
never
So much
done
for
a morning.
momming after dark.
Yeah.
Next one.
We will release that eventually. I think that This Is How I Mom After Dark.
Ooh, that'd be
You
so
can see all the unhinged stuff that doesn't make it to the episode.
Yeah.
But be prepared. You might not want to see it. But yeah, my daughter did not go to sleep last night, like at all.
Until midnight.
I tried like
No.
3.5 hours worth of putting her down. I even fell asleep for 45 minutes of it. She still did not. And then I gave up. I ate pasta at
Like 10:45, I think.
10:45. That's not going to help my weight loss journey. And then we decided to give up because then Lila woke up.
Yeah.
So Logan slept in my bed last night. I gave up all hope of recording after dark and we went to bed. So we then got to get up bright and early because why not add that to our agenda this morning? And here we are for the next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Yeah. So do we want to start with meltdowns again?
Oh,
I don't know if I have another one.
Yeah. Well, I have a really funny meltdown, which honestly, in hindsight, it's kind of not that funny because I'm laughing at my child being traumatized by something, but whatever. So the other day, it's winter in Colorado. We just got our first like big snow of the year recently. And then the roads are disgusting after that, especially us living on a dirt road. So my car was filthy. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go get a car wash with my daughter, which hasn't been an issue in the past. So we start going in and, she goes, "Where at, Mama?" I'm like, "We're in the car wash, baby. Mom's car is really dirty." And she seemed like she was okay. And I have a moon roof. And I asked her, I was like, "Do you want that open or closed when we go in the car wash? Because it's going to spray water and all this stuff." She goes, "Leave it open." So then she's sitting there and then it starts getting really loud. And all of a sudden I look in the mirror and she goes, "No car wash." And I have her behind my passenger seat, and yes, she's rear facing, but she's behind my passenger seat so that I can reach her.
Yep.
So I reach my hand back and I grab her hand and I'm like, "Baby, it's okay." I just tried to explain like what's going on and that she's safe in the car, that I would never let anything happen to her. And she's holding my hand. She is like trembling, and I felt like the biggest piece of shit mom ever.
Because you're like in there. You're like,
You have to let it ride.
Out is through. I don't know with lighting before. I'm like, the only way out is through.
Literally,
So
we have to. And I felt so bad. I've
You gotta
never
fight
seen
through
her
this.
tremble so hard in my whole life. And I felt horrible. And then she still talks about it. So this was like over a week ago. She talks about it every day that she's in my car. So I think she might be scared of car washes for the rest of her life. And I'm going to laugh about it because I'm an asshole. So
yeah,
It is
you
hard
don't know
not
what
to
she
laugh
does.
about.
Yeah, moonroof open. No car wash.
Bad idea.
My boys struggled with the handheld car washes for a long time because that, like, when that hits your window, it's just as loud too.
Right.
I like them, like
I know. It's cool.
the cool colored soap,
I
the
know, I tried
rainbow.
pointing that out. There's so many cool things
And
to look
to
at.
see it in a moonroof,
I
like,
know.
come on.
I know. I don't know.
Logan loves them. Lenny does not like them.
Has Logan always loved them?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She thinks they're so cool. But Logan's like to a fault fearless. Like
Yeah.
she is afraid of nothing to her detriment.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah.
Like we're in swim lessons right now and she just like, they're like, "Okay, float on your back for 10 seconds. And then they start counting down. And at 8, she just flips over, goes underwater and starts sinking. And then she comes back up and they're like, That was wild. You okay? Yeah.
You took Lennon out of swim lessons
Yeah.
because she would scream bloody murder the entire time.
We made it 1.5 swim lessons, and the second one, I was in the water with them.
And close.
Well, the first one, they're like, you can get in if you think that'll help Lennon. And I was like, full in streetwear. I was like, no, I can't. So I'll bring a swimsuit next time. I got in the next time. She was like death gripping me, wouldn't even go to the instructor.
Aww.
Sat there for like 15 minutes of the 30-minute session, pulled her out, put that on. I was like, you hate this, so we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas Logan's just like, I don't know how to swim. I am not listening to you, but do you know what I can do? I can sink really well, and I'm confident at it, and I'm going to keep doing it and hope someone comes to get me. And I'm
My boys are that way too. I have one who absolutely loves the water, jumps in whether someone's ready to catch him or not.
yeah.
Deep end, shallow end, either way, you don't know what you're doing. And I have one who's deathly afraid of it, who is 4 and about to be grown out of it. Like, you can now splash him with water and he doesn't get hyperventilating upset about it. It's a,
Yeah, I watched Lenny standing up for the first probably 6 months, 8.
Oh, yeah, I
like
forgot.
she
She
would
hates
sit
the
in the
bath.
bath. She would
none
not
of
sit
my
down.
kids like the bath.
Oh,
Really?
My
Logan
mom
loves it.
thinks
Logan
it's
and Lila.
insane. My boys are okay now because they like to splash around and just make a disaster in my bathroom. But Lainey is the same way. If I am giving her a bath, I need everything ready and I need to get her in the water
Just
and
in and
scrub
out.
her as fast as humanly possible. Some of it I think's my own doing. I don't like bath time. It is a wildly excessive chore for me. It takes away our nighttime, especially when we're not good at eating dinner right away at 5:30. So it always runs into like bedtimes and it just is exhausting.
Yeah, that might be a topic we bring one time to the pod is how often do you actually bathe your child? Because
Oh, that's a really good point.
yeah, because I feel like we have some hot takes on this roundtable of how often to bathe your child, but maybe we can roll back into that when we do the
It's
next
not every
section.
day.
It's not every day. No, but I don't bathe myself every day.
Negative.
Like, come at me. I am not bathing my own body every day, so I am not bathing my daughter's body every day.
Yeah.
No.
And she does not live in a pig pen. She does not live outside. Like, she gets dirty, but nothing like a sponge bath or a few wipe downs can't fix. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm not, I bathe my kids as much as I choose to bathe myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wash their hair as much as I choose to wash my hair.
It's so much better for their skin. Like, toddlers are gross no matter what. They're disgusting human beings. I love them so much, but they're gross.
Yeah.
Like, everything about them is gross. They're boogers.
Yeah.
Them getting in dirt and putting it in their mouth. Like, them covered in jelly and macaroni and cheese all day, wiping boogers. Lila's big on, like, because her hair is getting so long right now, so it'll like be in her face and she'll be like eating stuff and then she just goes
Yeah.
and just cakes boogers all in here. It's disgusting. Me giving her a bath every night is not going to mitigate any of the grossness.
They're
Maybe
gonna
a
get
small
out of
amount
Yeah.
because they're going to get gross again.
Yeah, I'd rather just compound the grossness, give him a solid, really good bath like every 3 days. And also, we live in Colorado. Our skin sucks in
And it's
Colorado.
so
It's
dry.
so dry. If I'm bathing my child every day when they have sensitive skin release, they'd be miserable. So come at us in the comments or don't. We'd love to hear your feedback. Unless it's rude, then don't let us
Don't.
know, please.
Keep it to
But
yourself.
yeah, so bathing our child.
Does anyone else have another meltdown?
Yeah,
or
what's your
no?
meltdown?
Oh gosh. I think so. Lenny's like been big on like just screaming bloody murder now. Like
Yeah.
lately, when she doesn't want something like simple, like she wants chocolate milk, she wants it right now, and then she just like screams bloody murder, and I'm just like, it's not that serious. Promise you, it's not
If you
that
consider,
serious.
though, she's always been able, that's how she gets people to pay attention to her.
Yeah,
That's always how it's been because the house is
So quiet
busy.
and so
There's at
sweet.
least one other child around all the time. Sometimes Lila, often Lila.
Mhm.
You know, Lenny's for a long time, she was the immobile, nonverbal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, she could, make noise,
That's how
but she
she
didn't
made
know how to
her-
talk.
Made
Like,
her mark.
right. That's how she gets a reaction. So it's like
yeah, it's
she diverts back to what works,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Now she knows,
But it's
words,
excessive.
but she's not gonna use that. Like she'll be like chocolate milk. and it's not that like instantaneous gratification, then she just screams bloody murder till you put it in her hand. And you're just like, that's a lot. But the meltdown I'm going to talk about today is so Logan hasn't been napping. We're like cutting it on her lead, not mine. I would have her nap until she's 8, but she decided she's ready to cut it.
Maybe 12.
But she's obviously not like really ready to cut it. So the days that she wakes up early and then doesn't nap are just like the bane of my existence. Fridays we do swim lessons like we were talking about. So she wears herself out. Obviously, it's a lot of work to swim up and down from the bottom of the pool.
To save yourself from drowning every 10 seconds.
So she was exhausted after swim lessons. Actually, this was yesterday. Part of why I had like a really hard day. But so then I was going to go to my mom's house because I had to do some embroidery. And so I was like, she gets in the car, and obviously she doesn't like real food. She likes snacks. And snack, mama, snack. I was like, I don't have any snacks in here, sweetie. We can get Logan.
Okay.
We can get some when we get to grandma's house. Snack now. I was like, we don't have any snacks. I said, do you want to go to Taco Bell? I can get you lunch to eat on the way to grandma's house. No lunch, just snacks. She's losing it. Meltdown about snack. And I was like, what about like a taco snack? Like, I'm trying everything. Like, you want French fry snacks? Like, can I give you something? You're obviously very hungry because you decided to skip breakfast.
Right.
Lessons. You're exhausted. You're hungry. I get it. But like, I would love to help you, but I do not have snacks here right now. Losing her mind. So I was like, we're just going to go to grandma's. I'll get you food there. So we get all the way halfway around town to get to grandma's. All of a sudden she starts screaming bloody murder. What Taco Bell? I want Taco Bell. And I'm like, excuse me? I was like, we're on the opposite side of town now from Taco Bell. Like you said you didn't want Taco Bell. Need Taco Bell now. She's losing, like full on meltdown. I was like, if we're going to Taco Bell, then we're not going to grandma's because it's the opposite side of town. I'll get you Taco Bell, then we're going home. So I turn around. I drive all the way to Taco Bell. And then she's screaming bloody murder. Taco Bell at grandma's. I want to go to grandma's and eat my Taco Bell. And I was like, oh my God. I like, you know, when you get to that place where you're just like, I cannot appease you. Like I can, like nothing I say or do right now will make you feel better. And right now you're screaming in the Taco Bell drive-thru window. And it was like, can I have a soft Taco Bell? I'm like, we're at Taco Bell. I want Taco Bell. And I asked her what she wants. She doesn't tell me. So then we get up to the front and she's like, Mom, I need a soft taco though. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's the one thing on the menu I didn't order. I ordered it all, everything I could think of to try to appease you. And I did not get a soft taco. So then I have to ask for a soft taco at the window. Guess which daughter did not eat Taco Bell? I gave her literally the like cheesy roll up in the back, 2 minutes towards grandma's, because then she's screaming bloody murder when I try to go home. Like at this point, she's ruling my world. Like whatever it feels like, I get you're not supposed to just give everything to your child. And normally I can like stand firm. But at this point, she is the ruler of this empire. I am just trying to keep her happy. We get back down to the other side of town, instantly asleep with no bites of her cheesy roll up. Oh
my God.
It's in her hand.
Yeah, it's in her hand.
She's just holding on to it.
Out like this.
Comfort.
Yeah, and then when we got to grandma's
roll-up.
house, she slept in the car for another hour and a half. And then when she woke up, she hates tacos, actually, and never wanted a taco and doesn't know why I would ever get her a taco. And I'm like,
we love our children, but God damn it.
I think a whole episode, maybe big emotions.
Oh, they're big.
Big emotions.
They're big. And they're making mine big. And I'm just like, you're the adult.
That's what's hard is to not react.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard. I feel like, you know, like we're all pretty good normally about not reacting. However, we can't be perfect all the time. And like I was talking about last episode when I was like sleep deprived and, you know, like just losing my shit. Like I am not the best version of myself and neither is my child. And it's really hard to coexist. Yeah. And that when you are both in that state.
Yeah.
Not only coexist, but also cope well.
Yeah.
In a healthy way. It's hard.
Yeah.
But then you feel like shit about, you know.
Yeah. I feel like we do pretty good. I feel like am pretty patient in general in my life.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
are.
decently
Yeah.
patient person. So I would not consider myself that reactive. But then it's like after 30 minutes of being screamed at, to the point where you've already woken up your sister who desperately needed her nap in the car.
She now needs to nap at 10:30.
10:30, yeah.
Which is random. But you know
Like,
what?
she'll put herself to bed at 10. She'll walk into her crib
With
and
the
just go lay
babysitter
down.
the other day, she literally
So
said,
funny.
bed. And I show up to pick up both the girls. And the babysitter's like, well, Lennon put herself to bed. I was like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this
She's
isn't
like, yeah,
even
she just
noon.
walked in.
She's been asleep for an hour and a half. This is like the third every day now. It's like it's a hard 10:30 nap. And I'm like, okay, great. She's napping. But
That's what time
I
swim lessons
planned
are.
around everything for like a noon nap.
Right.
Because that's where we had gotten to so that they both napped. And now Logan gave up naps and Lennon decided she needs to move hers to 10:30. And I'm like, can't plan for this. I cannot plan for this. So yeah,
Every time
It's
you
hard.
think you haven't figured out.
it was
I
it was a
know.
hard day, and that was an off meltdown because I'm just like, not only do you only wanted snacks, then I gave up on the idea of trying to get you Taco Bell, and then that was the hill you were prepared to die on, and then I was ready to go home, and also though if we don't go to grandma's, that's the hill you're prepared to
The new
die
hill.
on, the new hill with Taco Bell in hand. We
They're
better
side by
head
side, actually.
yeah, head to grandma's. Like this is like the Twin Peaks of hills to die on. And I'm over here in the middle valley, like I can't win. And then I still lose because you still don't eat lunch. I'm just like, okay, well, and what did she end up with? An apple snack.
Apple
I
cider.
lost all around that day.
You won because it was like a fruit. It was
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah. Thankfully, that was, the item my mom decided to give her while I was doing hats was an apple snack. I was like, could have been way worse. Thank you for doing it.
And I also, meltdowns in a vehicle are worse than
So hard.
like
Especially when
just
you're
a
by yourself.
meltdown at home.
space.
Like that confined space where like you can only do so much to reach and soothe them or be like, it's okay. Or like you said, one's napping or like anything like that.
Can't
It's
walk
like,
away. When you're
you're-
feeling elevated, they always say to walk away.
Yeah.
Give it a second. You can't walk away in a moving vehicle, so you keep elevating. And then you're also trying to maneuver traffic.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm getting screamed at by like a tiny dictator.
Yeah.
And I
Don't wanna wreck
also
my
am
car.
on the road of Colorado where everyone hates everyone.
Yeah.
Like my struggle with Lila is she does not understand, and I reiterate every day that I'm driving, baby. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. She thinks that I can reach anything in the
Yeah.
car, that I can do anything, whatever she wants, I can take care of it while simultaneously driving 80 miles an hour on the highway. But she I have a third row in my car.
Mhm.
And she takes her stuffed animal that she decided to bring and chucks it
To the
to
third
my
row.
trunk. Not just the third row, behind my third row. And then cries about it. And I'm like, Lila,
Mama,
girl,
get it.
I'm driving, baby. I cannot get it. No, want it now. I'm like, I hear what you're saying. I'm driving. Like, she just thinks that I can just somehow reach my happy ass back and
Yeah.
grab it for her.
My favorite
know?
is because I always drive.
Yes, same.
It's got to be a control thing.
I think
kind
it's a
of,
crawl
but
thing, but I also get car sick.
Also, my
Yeah,
husband
same.
cannot drive in Colorado. So if there's any out of state driving from Nebraska,
Mhm.
it's got to be me.
Yeah.
But my favorite is when the whole fam bam's in the car and you're driving. Mom, can you get this for me?
The only person that's busy in this car is me.
How about your dad right there?
Yeah,
You
like-
talk about like that default
You
parent,
remember
and I'm
him?
like,
I know.
no, but your dad can. And sometimes it also takes me saying, no, but your dad can before
Dad to actually do it.
And I'm like,
You have to remind him that he's an able-bodied human.
I know you cannot read minds, but that's a pretty easy one to jump on right there.
Good.
Like, please help me out.
Also, you're not reading minds because he just asked
Yeah.
for something. You're just like taking social cues at that point in time. Yeah, I get that. That one gets me. And then have either of them asked you to start sitting next to them yet?
No.
I will. That's a hard no for me, dog, because I will puke all
Oh,
over.
yeah.
No, but like when you're,
Especially on this
when
road.
you're solo driving. That's what so I'm driving. Mama, come sit with me.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
She knows cars drive themselves these days.
Yeah, I was like, well, let's get a few more millions in the bank account, and then we can have a driver. But at this point in time, I'm the only one operating this vehicle. Like, she's also big on Lenny face forward too.
I know. Well, yeah, we talked
And
about
I'm
this
like,
last night with the
Can't do that. Can't do that. Like, she's 18 months old. She's a peanut.
and
I'm not
she is a peanut.
switching
Yeah,
her
she is.
over right now. But then, yeah, it's like, why? Because you're big and Lenny's small. No, but I small too. Me face the same way as Lenny. I was like, actually, I would love to flip you back. You sure you want to?
Do you think if you had her rear facing in your car, but front facing in Brady's truck, that would be an issue?
No, I don't think so. It's just like really a pain in the ass to get her in and out of.
I agree.
It is.
seat.
I
Like,
agree.
it's like
I
with
get that.
all of the appendages, like how long she is. I just feel like
appendages.
that's the right word.
It has
It is.
four.
It's just funny.
Or limbs.
She has
Like
a normal
limbs.
amount of appendages. They're just very long.
They're just I mean, she's definitely taking after her mom where she's all legs. And it's just like crunching her into like
Yeah. You do kind of have to like hold them
Yeah,
and
just-
fold
And
them.
just fold them.
You do. Like you kind of have to fold them up. Or if not, their legs get stuck or you smoke
She's-
their head off.
Yeah, she's 45 pounds now. So, I mean, I need to start lifting again. So my arm, like this
You do every day.
mechanism
Yeah.
is not like,
Folded.
I'm not that strong to push 45 pounds together if she does not want to get in
Yeah.
the car seat. But yeah, so car seat saga will continue, I
Yeah.
suppose, because I don't have a driver. And you don't have 7-foot arms.
Yeah.
So until those things change,
Yeah.
the car is always going to be a conversation starter.
I think
Yeah.
a fairly persistent meltdown that my middle child has right now is when we get up and get ready in the mornings. You know, his brother goes to school Tuesdays and Thursdays. He absolutely has to be getting dressed with his big brother. There is no like, oh, it's okay, you can stay in your jammies. Like, but also, here's your sweats. Like, here's your shirt. Just put them on. No, I want jeans. I'm like, you don't need jeans. You're not going anywhere today. Like, just be comfy. No, I want jeans. And I'm like, first off, like we were just talking, he doesn't have a whole lot of jeans that fit him. He's the second and has hand-me-downs, but there's a big difference in like where Riggs and Truett hit like growth wise. So like he's hitting the in-between sizes that Riggs never hit, which is super inconvenient. But by God, that kid has to wear jeans, cowboy boots,
Good for him. He
NFR,
cares about his appearance.
NFR right now. So if he doesn't have a vest, because, you know, the bull riders wear vests, if he doesn't have his cowboy hat
That's so cute, though.
and cowboy boots,
That's so cute.
You gave him a good name for being a bull rider.
Yeah, you did.
he might be.
See it? Maybe he could be like the guy from Utah that does it all.
I'd prefer like Saddle Brown
Stetson,
outfit.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he can do them both.
he could. But yeah, that's a pretty persistent one.
I'm out of jeans. I did not do laundry
real.
this week.
Also,
I'm
you
out of
need new
jeans.
ones. So
Yeah.
high waters it is, I guess. I have bigger battles to worry about and to fight. So like
That's all
you can
motherhood
win
is.
this one.
Picking
Yeah.
and choosing your battles,
Yeah.
man. Because otherwise, if you fight them all,
Mm.
you're gonna lose your shit.
Yeah, especially, I mean, jeans. That's a pretty, like, Logan only wants to go out in princess dresses. So,
Yeah.
like, I would choose jeans.
And
I think.
Lila's catching on to that.
But they're in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably are already.
Okay, well,
6.
topics.
Who's going first?
Well, mine's lighthearted.
Okay.
It's all right.
So you want me to go first?
Yeah. Sure.
The lighthearted one?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
ended last time with a sad one,
Yeah.
which is ironic. No.
Okay. You guys prepared? Yeah. How many identical twins do you think get the wrong name about 6 months in? Like when they come, they. Oh, I'm dead serious. This
Like
is
their
something-
parents' name on it.
Yes,
they
their
switch?
And then they
parents
switch 'em?
name them at the hospital. They're identical twins. They
Yeah.
come home.
Yeah.
They get the wrong color jams.
Yeah.
On accident.
Yeah.
And they call them different names before they see personalities and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they are now with the wrong, like about 6 or 7 months when they start to get personalities or
Yeah.
start to have those like identifying factors, then they get that name and it sticks. But how many of them do you think are actually the wrong twin
Flip-flop?
name, flip-flop,
I feel like
from
that probably
the hospital?
that probably happens often. And you know what? I've thought about that before. I don't have twins in my family, but that's always been a thought in my mind. Like, oh my God, what would I do to prevent that from happening. And
Yeah.
I shit you not, I feel like I would write on their foot like Andy. I literally would write like that sounds so fucked up.
Toy
But
Story.
I would literally take like a Sharpie and be like, baby number 1, baby number 2.
I know a lot of
Is it
people.
like the like wrists, like the little bracelets and
You
stuff?
could get them. Yeah, nowadays
Yeah.
people are really,
Like,
really.
yeah, they do the hats, but I'm like, okay, one hat falls off. Daddy has them for like a couple hours. Hats get flip flopped. Now Smith is Sam for the rest of his life.
Honestly.
I know a lot of people who like paint toenails.
Oh, that's better than my Andy idea.
That one has a less likely,
Probably a little less
like
toxic.
toxicity poisoning, but
Than Sharpie marker.
Skins, but
also, I do know a few people that have identical twins. So, like, chime in. Like, what did you do?
Yeah,
Because I do.
this is a good one for the viewers as well.
yeah, maybe we could. I mean, I don't know how you do it, but maybe we could do a poll.
We could.
Like
Yeah.
I'll have
Or
to
like
do some
yeah.
research on how we actually do
Yeah,
it.
which
But there's got to
is
be a poll.
funny
Yeah.
because
Sure.
I babysat identical twin boys when I was in high school.
How old were they?
2 or 3. So
Okay.
they were little.
Okay.
And they were like one
But they
was
had
always
personalities.
Yep. One
Yep.
was always in red and one was always in blue. But one was very dominant. Like literally like brother would go take a ball from the other brother who just wanted to play with it. And this one, because he wasn't the dominant twin, just was like, okay, I'll just go do something else.
Yeah.
And the other twin was always,
Yeah.
But then my mom and the teachers had them in kindergarten. And as they got older, obviously smart, when they were in school, and their parents chose to split them up in classrooms. So they like then really got their own identity and stuff. And I can't remember what grade it was, but they started switching clothes and swapping classes in the middle of school.
Dude, I feel like I do the same.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I kind of love because I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, well, I mean, even as like adult identical twins, like they play those jokes on like their husbands and significant others and stuff. So I feel like when you're truly identical, if you're not looking at like personality or if there's not some identifying thing that you can like focus on, it would be easy to swap them. But
Sure.
before personalities come into play, like you just give them names. Like
They're
like
just little
like
nuggets.
just like any kid. Like I named Logan, which is another topic we talk about eventually. In like Switzerland and some like European countries, they wait months to name their child until they start to see like
You
certain.
can wait up to like 30 days here in America too.
Yeah, but I feel like not much would change in those first 30.
Correct.
But yeah, it's crazy to think that you could like just call him baby boy or baby girl for a while. But
When
yeah, you
most
just
people
give
name their
them-
kids in the womb.
Yeah. Yes. You just give them the name and then you take them home and then their bracelet comes off and now they have different names. For the
I've
rest
also,
of their life.
that is interesting, like to ping on that because like you have baby A and baby B. And some people name their twins before or just even their babies in general before they're born.
Yeah. Which like no judgment, but like I personally can't relate.
No, me either.
Like we were talking about last night because you asked me if I had named my 2 babies that we lost. And I said Luke and I both had names that we wanted, but I waited almost the full 24 hours to name Lila because I wanted it to fit her. And same thing, like I have these names that I wanted to use. I just can't relate. I can't relate like walking around and being like, oh, this is baby, whatever.
Thomas.
Yeah, in my belly. Like, I don't know. I kind of want to see what they look like and see if it fits them personally.
Yeah.
Which it's to each their own.
It's
but
taken me 3 to 5 days to name each one of my kids.
really,
Obviously, I have
you
extended
just take the
hospital
paper-
stays, so like,
right.
well, and like I got longer with Lainey because it was the weekend. So like I didn't have somebody literally up my ass trying to figure out if I've named my kid yet.
You
'Cause
can
they
take
don't-
that paperwork home.
They
too.
don't like lay off. They are popping in like they
Sucks
don't
to
have
suck.
any other babies.
Yeah. Like, is this the biggest thing you need to worry about? Like their name?
I'm always like,
How about we worry about my blood pressure first?
Yeah.
I mean, they still don't have oxygen. Like they're still
Yeah.
not regulating your oxygen. You want to worry about that?
Yeah.
I'll worry about the name
And both
of my child.
every time we waited until I was like fully coherent off
Yeah.
of magnesium, like off of all the things. And that takes a while too.
Sure.
Took longer with each one. But yeah, it took us, I went over a week, I believe, without a name. I went a while.
Good for you.
And then my dad named me without my mom knowing.
I love your name though. It's
Um,
cool.
Thanks.
I guess I didn't have to see them though, because we picked the name while I was like in labor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we had names going into it.
Right.
Oh,
And then we just kept like bouncing, like it was like a hospital decision
Yeah.
for sure, but it was like before they came out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
but
either. That
I
is
don't know.
cool.
So it's like, why did we wait so long? Like we were never gonna tell anyone, but we were just absolutely not sure with either of them until I was like mid labor and we saw it on the board and we like erased it and tried the other middle names a few times.
So funny.
So it's like before they ever came out, but I don't know why we waited so long when
Yeah.
it wasn't to see them.
Yeah.
So like I'm kind of on like the reverse of it. I didn't need to see them,
Yeah.
but I did have to be like in active labor before we were like it was like a feeling.
Well, this is kind of funny you brought this up because I wanted to talk about why we named our kids what we named them. I wanted to know
Oh.
like where the names came from, where the middle names came from, what made you decide. So this was kind of a good segue. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
we don't know, but we know that we were gonna
Yeah.
have them all tied together. Okay, yeah. So I'll start. I was pretty sure that I was gonna name my first girl Collins. Like I've loved the name Collins forever since Blindside. That's where I got it originally, but I just have always loved it. And I've liked gender neutral names for girls predominantly.
Yes.
But then we kept names a secret the whole time. Like I am like a pretty confident person, but I didn't want anything to be said that would shift my decision, especially since we knew we had names that were probably like not traditional.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like set on Collins, but I had never even told anyone that was on my list besides my husband because I didn't want anyone to just like
Snatch it.
backdoor you. Because that is a thing that whether you're friends or not friends or acquaintances or a friend tells a friend and then that friend uses it and you're like, well, now they're going to be in school together. So but then I was talking to my sister-in-law actually at a rodeo. I wasn't pregnant. But I found out I was pregnant like very soon after. It was after we lost our first. It was that in between. And she said something about like names. And I was like, well, I haven't ever told anyone my top name. But I was like, but I'll tell you if you tell me. 'Cause she's similar. She keeps saying secrets. And she's like, okay. So I was like, if we have a little girl, like I'm just pretty sure that I would love to use the name Collins. And she's like, and her face went white. And I was like, you don't like it? And she's like, I've always wanted a little girl named Collie, like Colin. She's like, I was like set on that name forever. And she's like, please use it. Like if you get pregnant first, like I'm telling, like use it. And so in the back of my head, I did always have that when we did find out it was a girl that I was like, because I loved the name, but it wasn't like the only name I ever wanted on my list.
Right.
And then I was like, who knows if she'll ever even have a girl, but like she's set on that name. And if there's just a Collins in the family, I'm into it. So I kind of just like, it started to just fall off the name.
Yeah.
And then we listened to like a country artist. There's this country artist. I don't even know his full name, but that came up like a couple, probably like 2 months before we had Logan. And we like both looked, we were driving home late at night and we both looked at the screen and we looked at each other and we're like, and I was like, either Brady or I said, what about Logan for a girl? Like, I love Logan. What about Logan for a girl? But he's like, I love the name Logan for a girl. So we put it on the list, didn't think anything of it. And then when we were getting ready to have her, like when we were talking while I was in labor, I was like, so like Logan, or we also have Landry. I love the name Landry.
You've
for a little
always
girl.
loved Landry.
I know.
You
Shout out
have.
to my best
Yeah,
friend.
you have always loved
Yeah.
that name.
Shout out to, because it's my best friend's maiden name. That's the only way I ever heard it. But I was like, I love Landry for a girl. But Brady wasn't sold on it. And then we kept coming back. We're like, so Logan sounds good. And we knew we always wanted to name our daughter's middle name Ray. It's my my mother's middle name and then her father's middle name, which was like one of my favorite people on the face of this planet, my grandpa. And he was aging rapidly at this point. Like I think he passed away the July after I had Logan. So not she wasn't even a year. So Logan, that's how Logan Ray got her name. And then once we had Logan, I was like, well, I still really like Collins, but it does not go with Logan.
Right.
And then I was like, what if we do like the same letters? Like the dogs are the same letters. We like Brady's whole family's the same letters. And so we just started only pulling L names for the girls. So we had like Lennox, and we had Landry, and then we had like Lennon, and then Lennon just stuck. So then we were like going through it. So we kept saying like Landry Shuri or Landry K, because Lennon's middle name is K, K-A-Y, for Brady's family. So my middle name's on my family, Ray, and then K is middle names on his grandma's K, everything like that. So we needed one that fit with K. Now that we had two girls, we could use it, and Lennon was the only one that seemed to work.
Yeah.
And then we instantly started calling her Lenny, which was never even on my radar for a nickname.
So cute.
Like
Lenny Kid.
I was like never gonna shorten it. I like maybe Len, but I never thought to shorten it to Lenny. But we put a Y in the middle of it, and then come to find out there's like a whole background story of like Brady's grandfather who had like an imaginary friend growing up named Lenny, and it was like a huge story they kept telling us.
Oh, that is cute.
Once we like started calling her Lenny, and we're like, what? We've never heard this story.
That
Yeah,
is
so it's just like
crazy.
a weird like God thing, honestly. So we just call her Lenny K, and I love it. I love using first and middle names together.
Yeah.
So I wanted them to be able to be something I could yell together or put on everything together.
Right.
That's how I got Lenny K and Logan Ray. But that is a tongue twister.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Boy names, I will say, have always been hard. Like I like gender neutral names for girls. So boy names to me are just really freaking hard. We talked about on a previous episode, have always known I wanted to be a mom. So I have had a list of names being built in the notepad of my phone since I was probably in like 7th grade. Just popular names throughout the years, just adding to like favorite TV shows, names, like all of that. So I've always had names going, but never really boy names because they're hard. And I don't like traditional names, I guess.
Yeah.
So I just always made a list, and everyone always makes fun of us because they'd always be like, do you have names picked out? And we'd be like, honestly, like we haven't talked about it. Some people won't tell because they don't want them snatched away, like things like that. Jason and I literally never talked about them. Every time we would go into the hospital, he'd be like, well, we should probably start figuring out names, huh? I'm like, yeah, probably.
We're like, here's my
Probably
list.
should, especially because we were always in earlier than planned. And that's kind of how it boiled down. I feel like I just said Riggs and he really liked it. I don't even know if he looked at my list, but I, throughout my pregnancy, would like narrow down and start listing them from like my big long list.
Right.
And so I'd have like top 10. And if I didn't love it anymore, but also same middle names are important. So like trying to figure out middle names that tie in with them.
Right.
So Riggs is Riggs Michael. Michael is Jason's middle name.
Okay.
It's my dad's first name.
Oh, cool.
So it ties in that kind of the family name there. I always wanted family middle names too. So Riggs was like, okay. And then we get pregnant with Truett, and Jason's like, God. Also, you guys' names I've always said, they're a super permanent decision.
I know.
I feel like that's why I can't make up my mind, because I'm like, this is so permanent. There's no changing this. Like,
you actually can. Yeah, nowadays.
You can. But to me, like, not really.
I know.
Like, it's never an option that I've been like, yeah, I just want to change. I don't like my name anymore. I'm going to change it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never not liked my name.
I did used to tell people my middle name was Joe because I didn't like my middle name.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. I used to tell people, so Austin Joe, like what more boyish name is there for a girl? Yeah. So I just told people forever. I never told them my middle name until I was older. Now I love my middle name. It's Jean. Like I love it.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
cute.
And it's a family name too. So like I love it. But so Truett, Jason's like, well, we can't just name him something like boring Bob. That doesn't go with Riggs. Yes, like we can't have a Riggs and a Bob.
Yeah.
So he's always like, and I'm like, I don't know. Like if we have another boy, I have no idea. I really have no idea what we're gonna name him. Like, and obviously he was born, we had another boy. And I'm like, oh, yikes, I don't know. So we're like working through names. I'm working through a list. And Truett, I can't even tell you the specific time that I added it to my list. I feel like I heard the name Truin, like with an N, and I was like, oh, what about Truett with a T? There's actually another little boy in our town that is Truett too, spelt the same way because everyone was always like, well, do you spell it with an E or an I? An E. And then I always wanted my kids to have the same letter name too. But when I had 2 boys, that was impossible. I'm like,
Yeah.
what other R name am I going to come up with?
Right. Roger.
Roger and Race.
Riggs and Roger.
And then what
Roy.
became my thing for our names is all of our kids have double letters. So Riggs is a double G, Truett's a double T, and Lainey's a double E. She's spelled Laynee.
Oh, cool.
So we went with double letters for all of them. And then Truett, we didn't really ever have middle names, but I was pregnant with Truett when we lost my nephew. And I instantly was like, what about Truett Baylor? And so
Oh my God,
I
I'm gonna
had
cry.
goals to ask my sister. I didn't want to like call her and ask her over the phone.
Oh my
I
God,
wanted to ask him in
that's so
person.
sweet.
So obviously, like when everything went south, the weekend that Truett was born was supposed to be the pumpkin patch and the craft fair that my sister always comes to town for. So she was in town for it when I got admitted and didn't get to go back home. So they were up in the hospital. And then obviously, like my emotions, I was bawling and I just was like, would you care if we used Baylor for a middle name? Like, I really want Truett's name to be Truett Baylor. So I hope she doesn't feel like I pressured her into it, but that's how we got Baylor. I love it. I think it's just so fitting. It's so perfect. Truett Baylor should be the same age as Truett. Like he should be. I mean, Truett's almost 4. Baylor would be like a half a year older. So that's how we got Baylor. And it just fits him. Like he's ornery and Truett Baylor.
That's so sweet.
So that's how we got Baylor. And then Lainey Jean is just another family name. I was stuck. The name I wanted to name our daughter so bad forever because of the movie The Blind Side. I always loved that they called the little boy SJ.
Yeah.
Love that. But I also loved like RJ. I'm not really like a nickname person, but I always loved that thought. I also really love boy names for girls.
Mhm.
So like a few of my top names, I've always loved Blakely, but like it got too popular. I've always loved Sawyer. Like I've loved Sawyer.
That's on my list.
But the name that I got really hooked on that I really loved was Rory. I loved Rory for a girl.
Interesting.
And so I loved Rory Jean for RJ. And then
So cute.
the only other name that I really, really loved, which is so funny because it's like a famous singer,
Yeah,
but
it's popular now.
but I loved Billie Jean. Also, I loved the name Billy for a girl too.
Mhm.
You guys, I had no clue. Like I said, we never talk about names. This about my husband. He does not like gender neutral names for girls. So we're talking names. And he's coming up with like
Samantha.
Kaylee, Kinsey, and I'm like, no.
Whoa.
No, those are so girly.
Yeah.
No. And so I gave him my list, and Lainey was on the list. And he's like, oh, you like Lainey? And I was like, yeah, you do too? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, did we just name our daughter? And so then we obviously went into the NICU, and we always go in and like see them before we name them to make sure it's a thing. And then Jean is my middle name.
Mhm.
It is Jason's grandma's name. It is my great grandma's on my mom's side first name, and my grandma on my dad's side middle name. So like it really was
wow.
like so intertwined in so many
Yeah.
ways that it just really worked.
Well,
Okay. What about Lila girl?
Lori. Lila. I am the opposite of you. I like boy names. I have a very, very, very hard time with girl names.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I know that girls are so fucking mean.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to set my daughter up for failure. I'm also big on like spelling names the right way, because even me being Tori, which is short for Victoria, but still, when I say like, oh, my name's Tori and my name is very common, I still have to spell it.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a normal name. So I had a really, really, really hard time with girl names. And then we found out she was a girl. And I was like, oh, fuck. Pressure's on, because my list is like 7 boy names and like maybe 2 girl names. And Luke and I have a really, really, really hard time agreeing on names. We're very different people.
Yeah.
and very picky people. And I was extremely pregnant with Lila, and we were rewatching the show Friday Night Lights.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that
Yeah.
show? And I don't know why, but it was like, it's kind of like The Office now. It's like on TV all the time, and it's
Yeah.
just like reruns,
Yeah.
And there's a girl, Lila Garrity, in the show.
Yes.
And her dad has like a really thick, like Southern accent, calls her Lila. But I just always thought it was such a cute name. I remember saying to him, I was like, that is so cute. I love that name. He's like, yeah, I kind of like it too. So I just like, kept it on the list, and we kept getting closer and closer. And Luke really loves the name Josie. He was like so set on having a Josie. And I was like, I don't know. I just don't love it. So whatever. We ended up going to the hospital, getting induced. And it was then at that point between like Cheyenne and Lila. And I don't know why, but we both really like the name Cheyenne and like calling her Shay, like for short. Yep. And I had her, and I was up with her all night. I had her at like 7:50 p.m. and I did not sleep. And I didn't sleep that day because I was in full-blown labor. And then the night before I got induced. So I hadn't slept in like a long
48 hours.
Time. And this child is just like, she was very much a cluster feeder. She also needed to be soothed. So she just needed my boob all the time. So I just didn't sleep. So I was up with her all night. And then the next morning we still hadn't named her. And Luke was like, well, what do you want to name her? And I'm like, Luke, I've been staring at her face all night. Like, I feel like she just has the sweetest face. Like, and Lila's such a sweet name. Like, I just think that's it. So he agreed with it, and we went with it. And her middle name is May, M-A-E, which is why it's funny when we have all three girls. Logan Ray, Lila May, Lennon K.
And we
not
didn't
planned.
talk about
Not
that.
planned.
E's.
No.
Or no, K is A-Y.
K is Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, L and then A.
All of them.
But May was my maternal grandmother's middle name. Okay. And I remember learning when I was an adult that her name was Judith May. And I just always thought May was so pretty. I kept that in the back of my mind. And she was very involved in my life. I mean, I was at her house every day growing up. And I remember thinking that if I ever have a girl, that I want to use her middle name. And it was like, I told Luke as soon as we found out Lila was a girl, I was like, I don't give a fuck what her first name is. Her middle name's going to be May. And he did not protest at all. So she is Lila May. And I feel like it fits her. I don't know.
Yeah. She's the sweetest looking, sassiest girl.
She's
and
a Sour Patch
Lila's just like the perfect name for it.
The L's really got popular. Like Lainey, Lila, Logan, Lennon. It is a mouthful.
And they're all within 2 years?
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Because Logan's 6 months older than Lila. We were pregnant together.
Lila's a
full year older than Lennon.
And then Lennon's 6 months older
than Lainey.
Or 4 months older than Lainey, right? Yeah. Because wasn't it early August?
Yeah, August 9th.
Yeah. So exactly 3 months.
It's crazy.
8-9, which is so weird, you guys. My grandma passed away on 8/9/10. So August 9th, 2010. It's like the only reason I can like remember the day because it's 8/9/10. So I just thought it was really weird that Lainey was born as early as she was and just on such like a particular day.
Yeah.
Like it was just really ironic.
Yeah, that's
not a coincidence.
That is kind of weird.
Can we talk about this is a hot take for me, but if you're scheduling an induction anyways, and the dates are very important to you, like dates are to me very, very important.
Same.
Like numbers like really like trigger me, good or bad. And so I don't like odd numbers. And then I got married on 9/21/2019. And I'm like, and I started dating him I made him wait till the even day to ask me.
Oh my God.
I'm
so
a big
numbers person.
And then
too,
my
you guys.
birthday is like an odd number. So I'm like, why do I hate them so much? I do love the number 21. It's the only odd number I like. But Logan's birthday is like 10/22/22. So it's like such a cool birthday. It's easy to remember. And I was so close with Lennon. And I'm like, by 3 days, you can induce me. I asked too. I was like, and they were like, well, if you're showing any signs of like needing it, like we even tried to like rush it on because I would have gotten induced at 38 and 5. So I had to wait 6 days, not even a full week, to have this child, and I could have had a 10-22-22 and a 4-24-24. And I don't know why I care so much, but to this day, it's a hot take because I'm like, you couldn't let me go 4 days early.
Right.
I even scheduled an appointment on the 24th for my last checkup to see if they would just like take me over to the hospital. I don't know why I care, but I care. No.
Well, I can't remember. I looked up the statistics of the number of babies that are born on their due date, but it's very low. And I had Lila on her due date.
Really?
I mean, I was induced.
I always think
But
it's
I-
miraculous, especially
40
with
weeks.
first-time babies and
Yeah.
first-time moms, because you just really don't know.
Yeah.
I am the same way, and all 3 of my kids have odd number birthdays. Can you change birthdays?
I mean, they didn't have birth certificates for the first year of each of their lives. I could have done whatever I wanted, I feel like.
I just ordered my kids' birth certificate.
That's probably
so-
another. I honestly, the reason that it triggered it is Logan turned 2 and I had to start paying for flights.
Oh, dude, it sucks.
It does.
And I'm like, she's still on my lap. That's another hot thing.
Oh,
Like,
she's still on my
she's
lap.
still
Yes.
on my lap. I like on an airplane, she's still only going to sit with me. So why am I paying for her seat? Like, at least bump it to 3. I think.
I think it's
you
a
could bump
size
it to
thing.
3.
I think that's why. Because it's like in a case of, and I'm just speculating, but I just feel like everything is driven by safety. And I just think if like, God forbid, if there was an accident, like, or if like the plane had to like crash land, I think the size that your babies are at 2, they're safer in their own seat instead of in your lap.
Right.
But what
That would
about,
be my
Like
assumption.
buckle- yeah.
but then the buckle is going to cut them in half. Like, this sounds so bad, but like, if we're being honest here, like, there's a good chance you're not walking out of an airplane crash regardless. Like, you're probably dying. That might be the negative in me, but like, you just are. Like, that is like, you're falling 20,000 feet. Like, you're thinking you're going to just come out of that. We don't come out of car crashes a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we are putting them in full on apparatuses in our car because I know the likelihood is more, but we're putting them in full apparatuses for all the safety possible. And then we're giving them a lap belt on an airplane, or we're not buckling them on a bus.
I was going to say it's the same as a school bus to me.
yeah.
Like,
that's a
you're
hot take.
loading I agree. You're loading kids on a school bus that
As
has
early as preschool.
0
Like, I can put them on a
seatbelts.
school bus for kindergarten
Yeah.
with like lap belts, and that's fine. Lap belts, and they're in like little like rolling coffins, like they're so thin and stuff. That's fine. But then if I don't have my child backwards facing, like, I don't know. It's just
It all circles back to the car seat.
That backwards facing
yeah.
car seat.
Like, I'm like, in an airplane, that lap belt is not saving you. Unfortunately.
Okay, so moral of the story: if you're in a plane accident or a plane crash, you are probably going to die.
In my opinion, in my very uneducated opinion, there's a good chance you're not coming out of it.
It's
And I fly probably a couple times every other month. Like, I fly quite a bit. I'm all for flying.
Yeah.
Love that mode of transportation.
It's funny that you say that about like buying the plane tickets, because every summer we go to like the fair, and the event that we go to, you have to buy tickets to get into. And I absolutely refuse to buy tickets for my 2-year-old. They want you to pay $35, the same amount as an adult ticket, to get your kid in. And I'm like, no.
For them to then not
Do
be
you
tall
argue with
enough
them?
to
I'm
ride
like,
any
Well,
ride.
every time I walk up, and like obviously I'm running out of a window, like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, when I walk up, I kind of forgot. And then I had like a flashback that we had this conversation last year too. But I asked her, like, what's it cost for a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old to get in? She's like, the same price. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not paying that. Like, they're going to be running around. We're not even getting in
can't-
the stands. Like, we're not taking seats. No.
They can't ride any of the rides.
$10, $15, absolutely. I will pay it. $35? No. I told Jason, I said, we're going to have to remember that next year when we go, because if we want to go just to get into the event with our kids, it's going to be like $130.
At least, yeah.
That's not including the drinks, the carnival food,
Yeah.
everything else.
I just think like they shouldn't have to pay until they can actually ride the rides.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not tall enough, if they're not tall enough to ride the rides, then why am I paying to get in?
That was another thing.
Because I'm paying for the food. Like, it's not like I'm paying for the food.
Mhm.
I'm paying for the drinks. I'm paying for like any toy or anything that we get. So I'm paying for all the things that that kid is going to consume and or play with.
Right.
Why am I also paying to enter for them to watch an older kid's ride rides?
Right.
But, yeah, another hot take.
Well,
I have a lot of them.
All right. Well, that's enough wisdom for one day. Go hydrate, call your mom, and hug your babies. And hey, give yourself a little grace while you're at it. Catch us next time. Same place, same chaos. See you later.